don't want any of my cows.
Yes, well, I'm sure that I can persuade the minister to reroute the bypass around your farm.
Oh, thank you very much, Mr. Bastin. I can't wait to get home and tell Mrs. Higginbottom the good news.
One moment. My fee?
But you're my MP.
So what? You'd pay any other specialist, wouldn't you? If I were a solicitor or a doctor or Cynthia Payne. Come on, £500, cough up.
I haven't got £500. We've had a bad harvest.
Yes, I'm sure you have. And I suppose you stumbled across that brand new Range Rover outside while you were pulling up mongoloid wurzels or whatever disgusting thing it is you farmers get up to.
That's the last time I vote Conservative.
I'm quaking. That's my majority slashed to 26,636. Mwah. Mwah. Go away. Go away. Come back and clean later. I'm counting money.
I want to see you, sir, if you can spare me a moment.
Oh, God. I only came up to Yorkshire because my horse is running in the St. Ledger, and suddenly I'm inundated with pathetic constituents too weak-willed or generally inferior to cope with their own problems. Well, don't drip on the desk. It's just been French polished.
I'm sorry, sir, but I'm so desperate. It's my house, you see, sir. It's just too big for me to look after. I just can't afford to heat it. What with coal at 5 and 4pence a sack.
What?
I hardly ever get out anymore. Now, petrol's up to 3 and 9pence a gallon.
Yes, it's scandalous, isn't it?
So how am I expected to maintain a 7-bedroom house and 3 acres of garden and a tennis court at my age?
How indeed. So, how long have you been living on this gold mine? In this house?
Well, my husband bought it in 1948 for £5,000. Well, we were quite comfortably off then. Oh, not like now with all these terrible things going on. Sueys and teddy boys and... that revolting Dickie Valentine. All I want is to go and live with my daughter in Venezuela. But I'm stuck with this big old house.
Oh, don't cry, don't cry. Here. Have you thought about selling the house?
Yes, but as soon as I get on the subject of Dickie Valentine, he's my pet hate. The estate agents show me the door.
Yes, I suppose the last thing you want to be shown with a 7-bedroom house is another door. Forget it. So, your husband bought the house for £5,000 in 1948. Let's see, how long ago is that now?
8 years.
8 years.
It seems longer.
Yeah, so it must have depreciated quite considerably. Well, I would say a house like that these days wouldn't fetch much more than, what, £250?
The ship to Caracas costs £453.17 6.
Does it? Yes, it does, doesn't it? Oh, dear. Oh, dear, oh, dear. Well, call me a silly, soft-hearted, fluffy old fool, if you like, but what the heck? Here's £500 for your house.
Oh, bless you, sir. Well, 500. Your war bonds must have come up.
Yes. But don't you go telling a soul, otherwise everyone will want me to take their silly, useless old houses off their hands, won't they? Off you go. Leave the address with my secretary and I'll pop round this afternoon with a solicitor.
Oh, thank you, sir. God bless you, sir.
Memo. Phone Sunday Times classified ads. 7-bedroom house in Hulton Price, Yorkshire, £250,000. No, make that £350,000. Sarah! Mwah! Long time no see. Look, I'd love to stay and chat, but unfortunately, Eat the Poor is favourite for the St. Ledger.
Darling, you've summoned me to meet you here.
Have I? Why would I do that? I remember. I'm divorcing you.
Really?
Yes.
Fine.
You've outlived your usefulness. You're an expensive luxury I no longer use.
Okay, go on, divorce me. It'll cost you a fortune.
No, it won't cost me a single penny. Not once the judge sees the evidence of your adultery.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about you and the new young gardener. He certainly seems to be getting on very well, doesn't he?
If you're listening to gossip...
No, Sarah.
I mean...
I'm talking about hard facts, the sort that will stand up in court. Knowing your fleshly lusts, I installed a few discreet video cameras about the house. If only you'd been so discreet. Still, look on the bright side. You and your horny horticulturalist are riding extremely high in the German porn video charts. Mwah!
Mr. Bastard! Ellen! Jeff the Kid!
Mr. Dickhead, the Express's dimmest journalist.
You will have your little joke, won't you, Ellen?
Yes.
Anyway, I'm with the Sunday Sport now.
Oh.
Political correspondent. So, how was your holiday in Monte Carlo? Get your leg over much?
Well, I think that's for Princess Stephanie to answer.
Nice one. How many F's in Stephanie?
About 3.
Crying shame your horse did so badly in the St. Ledger.
Why? Did you have money on it?
I had 1,000 on the nose. Eat the Poor was the hot favourite, wasn't he?
Yes, but unfortunately he was drugged just before the race.
Really? Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, especially for those who didn't know beforehand.
Piers, what are you doing down there? You're a backbencher, you dunce. Get back up here before Black Rod catches you.
No, it's all right, Alan.
Order! Order! Mr. Piers Fletcher Dervish.
What?
Mr. Speaker, I have here a statement from the Secretary of State for Housing. As honourable members may have heard when the Prime Minister appeared on the Jimmy Greaves show yesterday, we intend to introduce radical new legislation to deal once and for all with the housing crisis in our inner cities.
I go away for a dirty weekend and this happens.
Thank you very much. It was the first time I'd ever done it. Yes,
Piers,
thank
go
you very
away.
much.
What the hell is going on?
Well, I would have thought that was obvious, Alan. I've been promoted. While you were sunning yourself in the south of France, the Secretary of State for Housing personally asked for me to be his junior minister.
You? Why?
Well, because I'm hard-working, honest, diligent.
Yeah, but they put bigger brains into digital watches.
Then why am I now a member of the government, while you're still one of the ordinaries? Now, I must be getting over to the ministry. It doesn't do to be chatting with deadbeats. Besides, I'm so busy, I've hardly had a chance to clear my desk. Now, explain again the difference between a tenant and a rent boy.
I'll clear your desk for you, Piers.
You must know what's going on. He tells you everything. I think it's time we had a little chat. Mr. Bear. Or shall I call you Teddy? Cigarette? All right, Mr. Bear.
Piers Fletcher Dervish be made a junior minister? Eh? Why not me? Why not you? You're cleverer than him. Come on, tell me. Why? 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 Very well, Mr. Bear. You leave me no option. Tell me what is going on? What do you mean you can't hear? Maybe I'd better cut off something a little more important. Aha! So you'll talk. What's going on? Of course! Piers has been made a junior minister because he's stupid. But why? You don't know, do you? Maybe you do. Maybe you do know. Maybe you and the Secretary of State are in cahoots, and Piers is just your pawn. Tell me what's happening! What is... You better come up with some answers pretty quickly, Mr. Bear. Otherwise, you're going to be Ted of Arc. Tell me what's going on! Very well. On your own fur beard.
For a cup of tea? Well, of course I have. What a stupid question.
Yes?
Mr. Bastard's here to see you, Minister.
Let's say that again.
Mr. Bastard's here to see you, Minister.
Oh, I love it when you call me that, Judith. Does he have an appointment?
I don't need an appointment to see you, Piers.
Oh, don't you? All right, hold on 1 second, please. Enter!
Piers! Piers! Super office.
Sit.
Gorgeous secretary. Have you sourced her yet?
I've only been here 2 days.
Well, you know what they say. A secretary's just another piece of office equipment. You can't be sure she's yours until she's been screwed on the desk.
How dare you!
Yes, how dare you?
So, Piers, what exactly are your new duties?
Well, I can't tell you that, Alan.
Oh, come on, Piers.
Official secrets.
But I'm your friend. I don't want to know details, you know, just a general outline.
Oh, all right, then. Well, I'm in charge of listed buildings. All applications by owners of old or architecturally important buildings come to me. And it's awfully important because, well, there are grants and things you can apply for. Suppose, for instance, you had a castle and its thatch roof had blown off. Well, come on.
What is it, the fire bell?
No, it's a division bell. We have to go and vote.
Oh, no, I don't think I can be bothered, Piers. It's only some dreary private member's bill about lung disease in miners. You go ahead.
Oh, dear. The chief whip will have to hear about this.
Applications for renovation grants. Belvedere Hostel, Paddington. The De La Rue Hotel, Notting Hill. The Elite Sauna Parlour, Greek Street. Beaver Videos, Wardour Street. Piers, you were quick.
Yes, it was the fire bell. I think my cigar must have set off the smoke alarm.
Right about that, Piers. Listen, when I think of historic monuments, I think of great national buildings, you know, not sleazy hotels and massage parlours.
You've been looking at my files.
Only as a friend. And as a friend, I think I should warn you that someone's using you to rubber stamp these illegal applications. The question is, who?
I can't tell you that, Alan.
No, of course not.
Official secrets. No, that's not the reason. You think I was born yesterday, don't you?
Well, my money's on the early hours of this morning.
wasn't. You think I'm really stupid, don't you? Getting me to do all those terrible things, those awful evil favours. But I've bided my time and I've kept my wits about me, and now I've got power, and I know what power's worth. If you want to know who those buildings belong to, it'll cost you.
You are asking for a...
Yes. Even Piers Fletcher Dervish is corruptible. I know how the machine's oiled. There's dirty money around, and I want my share.
bribe. How much?
£1.50.
£1.50, eh?
Cash!
You're a hard man, Piers Fletcher Dervish. Solid bone from the neck up.
And don't you forget it!
Here's your money. Now, who is it?
All these properties belong to my boss, Sir Greville MacDonald, the Secretary of State for Housing.
Aha! Thank you, Piers. That's all I wanted to know.
In fact, this is his office. He's away opening a housing estate in the Seychelles. Yes, I fooled you, didn't I?
You old dog!
Woof, woof, woof.
Oh, by the way, Piers, you left your teddy in the office.
Oh, thank goodness. I've been looking everywhere for my little poo. He's irreplaceable. I've had him since I was a boy, and he was Daddy's before me.
Here you are.
No. He's been my Daddy. He's been my Daddy.
Hello. It's your immense good fortune to be listening to the recorded voice of Alan Bastard, MP. Please speak after the high-pitched tone obtained by my tweaking Piers Fletcher Dervish's private member's bill. Alan, you wacky Englisher. This is Horst here. Now listen. Sarah's Sex Garden is the toast of Hamburg. Yeah, it's #1 in the porno chart. We must make the follow-up. Big budget, color, music by James Last. We could clean up the Christmas market. Well, dirty up the Christmas. Who says the Germans don't have a sense of humor?
I just wanted to make it up to you, darling. My behavior towards you was dishonorable, vindictive. I was just driven mad with jealousy. The thought of you with another man, let alone a semi-skilled gardener on a job creation scheme.
But I didn't do anything.
I know you didn't, darling. I should never, ever have listened to gossip.
So you don't want me to sack the gardener?
On the contrary, I want you to take on more gardeners. And a chauffeur, maybe even a gamekeeper. We can afford to employ a whole house full of strong young men to pamper your every whim while I'm away. Here, buy yourself something disgustingly expensive. And now, alas, my love, I must go.
Alan,
What?
what was on that video that you wouldn't let me see in Halton Road?
God, I don't know, darling. I just nicked it from Woolworths. Could have been anything. Ragtag and bobtail. You knew it couldn't have been you in the garden, eh? Mwah.
Hello, Mr. McGregor, sweetie. Listen, you can have your job as gardener back. Yeah. Alan doesn't know a thing. And are your 6 hulky brothers still on the dole?
6 brothers?
Who are you?
Jeff Decade, Sunday Sport.
If it's my husband you want, he's just left.
Yeah, just left of Genghis Khan. Actually, I've been waiting for him to go. It's you I want to talk to on a matter of delicacy.
What exactly is this matter of...
Delicacy? Well, let's see, how can I put this tactfully? Is it true you're the star of the hottest porno flick on sale in Hamburg today? Sarah's Sex garden. I've got to hand it to you. It's bloody brilliant. Are you going to make a sequel?
Get out.
I only watched it for 10 minutes and I was as hard as Rupert Murdoch was on the printers.
It's not me, it's some terrible video libel.
It's not me, it's... I'm sure it is, you love. You see, you've got a very distinctive mole on your left buttock. Mind you, that's the risk you run, doing it on the lawn.
So, you asked for Piers as your junior minister, knowing that he's the missing link between the animal and the vegetable kingdoms.
Well, the PM agreed with my recommendation. She likes unambitious men in her government.
So you are unambitious?
In political terms.
But not when it comes to feathering your own nest. Unless my information is incorrect, and William Shakespeare really was a patron of the elite sauna parlour.
I suppose it's money you want, eh?
Certainly not. I simply want you to authorise some of my slum dwellings for expensive refurbishment. For example, I've just bought a large tenement in Kennington, and you know, I'm almost certain that Henry VIII used to crash there when he'd had a skinful.
Why don't I get Fletcher Dervish to sign some blank forms for you? Then you simply fill them in yourself and forward them to the Paymaster General.
Thank you, Minister. I must say, it's a pleasure doing business with an honest criminal.
Likewise, of course. Perhaps we shall sit alongside each other in the cabinet one day. If you're spared.
Please, Captain. I haven't eaten for 2 weeks.
Well, force yourself.
It happened at 3:47 p.m. as Mr. Bastard was coming out of the Department of the Environment. He was rushed to Charing Cross Hospital, but was found to be